What up, though? I am Fontaine the Titan, and this is my first recording, and this is a mock recording. And so, for my nigga Ahmed, I will be smoking on this particular mock video. Not weed, but I got my vape stick. Okay, let's get into this thing. How many people do you know that are depressed? It's a lot of people walking around with smiles on their face, but they really living with a real deep depression on the inside of themselves. And I want to talk today a little bit about depression. First of all, I got what I have determined, what I call the 24-hour cycle of depression. And now a lot of people don't really understand what I mean by the 24-hour cycle of depression. When I say a 24-hour cycle of depression, I'm meaning that your whole 24 hours every single day you are depressed, right? So it's kind of like when the symbol of the snake biting its tail. It's a ever going circle of depression, and this 24-hour cycle begins when you wake up in the morning. You waking up depressed. You waking up depressed, and now you gotta go to work or you gotta go to school, and you go to work or you go to school, and it's terrible there, right? So you go through all of this. That's 8 to 10 hours out of your day immediately. That's dragging on, contributing to your depression, right? So you get out of work, get out of school, or whatever it is that you're coming from, and you got to go home. So now you're going home to some bad kids. You're going home to a spouse that's abusing you. And, excuse me, you got to do that for another 8 to 10 hours, right? So that's another 8 hours that you are in a cycle of depression. So now out of these 16 hours out of the 24 hours, you are living a miserable time. And that adds up to nightmares. Really? How can you have pleasant dreams, good dreams, dreams that are going to help you elevate yourself, dreams where you can pick out the symbolism and figure out what you're going to do next in this life when your whole day was already trash? Now you're going to have nightmares. Now you're going to be fighting things in your dream. Now you're going to have all types of anxiety throughout your sleep. So you are literally living a 24-hour cycle of depression, right? So what do we do about that? Because when you're stuck in this rhythm, when you're literally stuck in this rhythm, you have to find a way to get out, right? The one way to get out is to change the perspective of how you see things, okay? It all begins in your mind. The mind is all, the universe is mental. So you have to be able to transmute this depression, this negativity that's all around you. You have to transmute that in your mind first. I say think positive. You have positive thoughts. Sometimes you might have to change your external environment in order to be able to break this cycle. If your job making you mad, pissing you off, and your job is depressing you, get another job. Plenty of jobs out here. Plenty of jobs. Go work for somebody else. Start your own business. Do something else to break that cycle. Your spouse beating on you? Get you another divorce. Or get you a divorce. Get you another boyfriend. Get you another girlfriend. Get you out of that situation. There's no reason for you to continue to be in a cycle of depression. That's your own personal choice if you continue to be in that cycle of depression. Now, I understand for if there's some kids watching or whatever, that it may be difficult for you to be able to make certain moves. But what you have to understand is that it still all starts in your mind first. Be creative. Learn to draw, write, whatever it is to be able to express yourself, to bring yourself back into a state of happiness. Because this 24-hour cycle of depression can lead to things like suicide. The suicide rate has went up. They say the average lifespan of the American people has dropped from 78 years old to 76 years old or something like that. But the point is they attribute this decline in lifespan to overdosing and suicide. So what are we killing ourselves for? Nobody's that's running around happy's killing themselves. So the point is that get out of the depression. You don't want to start falling into that percentage of people that's starting to kill themselves. I was having a conversation with my daughter, and we were discussing how she has a friend that's always depressed, and my daughter, she's really young, she's only 14, and she's talking to one of her friends or associates or whatever she has that says, oh, I really don't like this life and I want to kill myself. And my daughter said that she wrote her a really nice paragraph explaining all the things that she had to live for. What does this little girl do? She tells my daughter that that's very nice of you, but I still want to kill myself. Well, what I told my daughter is that some people, their life is messed up 99% of the time. So the 1% good thing that you give them is not big enough to trump the uh, idea that they have in their mind of depression. They need more good things in their life to get them out of that state of mind. And they also need somebody to talk to. Depression is a very, very, very serious thing. And what people need to understand is that a lot of these prescription drugs that they prescribe for people to get out of depression are not actually helping their depression. There's a lot of other circumstances and issues that need to be psychologically and dealt with in a more spiritual manner in order to get this person out of depression. Prescription drugs are not the answer to every single issue that you have. That's what a lot of people need to understand out here. But getting back to my point, living this 24-hour cycle of depression, that is one of the most dangerous things that you can do for your own personal self, your spirit, your soul, and everything within you. So you have to find a way to break that cycle of depression. As you've seen, we're going to see in videos coming soon, we're going to talk about the principle of rhythm, and we're going to discuss that principle of rhythm when it becomes to addiction, and how to break these rhythms and how to break these patterns of addiction. And that was going to go right hand in hand with the 24-hour cycle of depression. So once again, I am Fontaine the Titan. I appreciate your time. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share to whoever you think this might help. Until the next time, peace.